Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, I had this car delivered to me from my prep centre this morning. It's a very nice example of a Mazda 6 2.2 SEL 150 PS, that's the power output, diesel manual Mazda 6 in 4-door format. This is the SEL spec, so it's very well equipped, but you'll minus like the leather seats, the Bose stereo and the reverse camera. They're the main things that you miss over the sport model. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that the Mazda 6 is a favourite of mine. I always had them as company cars before I came out of the company car scheme. I do prefer a car over an SUV, and you know, we've got quite a large SUV offering at the moment, and the 6s, it's a declining market, you know, the big 4-door car, but I'm still a massive fan. I like the room, I like the shape of them, I like the boot as well, having a booted car, and these are extremely comfortable. I've driven these sort of 60 miles a day for almost sort of 17 years, and I've travelled across Europe in them, so I say I am a big fan. Now, the car is in very beautiful condition, even being a black car where they're very difficult, you know, to keep clean, and also they show a lot of marks. This is in really lovely condition, and we've got a lot of sun here today, so any imperfections would be really highlighted. But no, the car is in lovely condition. I didn't know the previous owner personally. As I say, this came from another branch where our group buyer works, who sources cars from all around the country, and he had this delivered to me. So I do apologise. With a lot of our cars, if you watch our videos, I always give a little bit of story, a bit of background on them. But this is a 2017. It's a facelifted model, and I'll go you through what differences there are. You've got an absolutely enormous boot. Oh look, there's the original overmats in the back there. You've got a 60-40 split. The seats can be put down or released from pulling these latches here. This boot's enormous. If you're a golfer, it'll definitely fit your golf clubs. I remember selling 2 or 3 of these to the same golf club. They were a big fan, and we've sold these to taxi drivers, families. The boot is very practical. Obviously you wouldn't want to put your dog in there. Now the rear of this car is enormous, super comfortable if you're concerned for the comfort of your rear passengers, which of course you are. If you notice, the depth of these seats is really big. You've got ISOFIX anchorages in the back, and if you had 4 of you in the back, you can pull the armrest down and you can put your drinks in there or your mobile phone or whatnot. But really comfy cloth seats. You know, when I used to get these, I used to have SELs and sports. I even had a GT. Whether I'd have leather or cloth, to be honest, the leather's, it feels very premium. But I think the cloth is probably more comfortable. Certainly in this weather, when you first initially get in the car. But the condition of the seats is really lovely. There's no like premature wear. Hopefully you can see that seat bolster there. That's all in great condition. Headlining is free from any stains or tears, as are the seats. There's no unpleasant smells. I can't detect cigarette smell or pet smell in the car, and I've got quite a sensitive nose. But yeah, it's all in really good shape. There's no hail damage on the roof. I had a bit of bad luck with hail damage at one point. Every car I seem to have had little dents on the roof, which isn't a big deal, but I was just having a run of bad luck. So the tyres are all good. They're all Toyos as well. The Toyos are the tyres these cars came with from memory. They're all in really good condition. I've driven the car about 2 miles today, and yeah, it drives as I remember them from new. This is 4 years old, but drives beautifully. Now, being the facelift, you've got slightly different rear light clusters and front light clusters. The wheels are a slightly different style, but I think that's a very minor change. The main differences are in the vehicle. So let's go to the inside. Yes, this panel here, you've got the auto folding wing mirror function as standard. The earlier cars didn't have that, so when you lock and unlock the car, the wing mirrors will fold in and out. The parking sensor button moved from the centre of the dash to here, alongside, so you've got your traction control, engine intelligent i-stop, so engine stop start, and tyre pressure monitoring. I'm a big fan of tyre pressure monitoring because it will flag a warning light if your tyre pressure is full 4 psi or more, which means, you know, I only would check my tyre pressures if I had a flat tyre, if it looked soft, or the steering felt a bit heavy, or whatnot. Now 4 psi, 5 psi, 6 psi may not give you any of those symptoms, but it will affect your fuel consumption, and above all, it will affect the safety, so the braking, cornering of the car. So that's a really good feature. Now we've got 2 keys to the car. They look like this. I'm going to start the car up because I'm going to roast in a minute. Put your foot down, and you've got this start stop button that used to be down here on the earlier cars, and it's migrated to up here. The car fires into life, and as you'd expect, you've got icy cold air conditioning, which is absolutely superb, especially when it's a warm day like we've got today. I mean, I think it must be 20, 25 degrees. You've got the CD player. Facelift car has a finger brake, or the electric handbrake with hill holds assist. So gone away is the keep you fit handbrake, the conventional handbrake, and you've got this here. Electric handbrakes have been around a long time now. I don't think you'll find a new car. I think no, the Mazda 2 still has a regular handbrake, they're superb. You know, you don't have to tug on the handbrake or use it for hill holds, hill starts, because the car has hill hold assist. You've got a 6-speed gearbox here. You've got your multimedia commander, or human interface, as I call it, which will operate this infotainment system, which I'll run you through in just a moment. You've got this like cassette style compartment, which is very nice. I think the previous car had a flap, so it's much nicer, much more slick. You've got 2 USBs as opposed to 1, which also read data as well as read information, and a little 3.5mm jack there. And if you've still got things that operate from a 12-volt socket, you can plug one in there, and you've also got it here. So if I run you through the infotainment system, now this is touch screen, but this is disabled when you're moving along, so only operational when it's stationary. So I get to use this, saves you getting smudges on your screen. So if I start off with the applications, these are things like fuel economy monitor, vehicle status monitor, you know, if you're low on fuel or the car needs a service, etc. You can upgrade this system to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It comes as a pair, so that would actually show up there as well as an additional app. And therefore, you can use your phone's apps, not all of them, because they are restricted, because obviously it's for driving. So things like Google Maps, Waze, Spotify, etc. So you can use it through here and operate it through here. Okay. The car has i-ELOOP, so it almost works as a mild hybrid. Look at that, the car's average 47.3, which is really respectable since its last reset. i-ELOOP, so this is indicating a battery which will charge as you brake, so it will redirect that energy that you're losing when you're braking, because, you know, energy, kinetic or heat or whatnot, so you're actually wasting energy by braking, so it redirects it into this battery. Then that battery will run things like your heating, your lighting, etc., to put less strain on the engine, to save you know, that engine exerting itself and using more fuel, diesel in this case. Okay. Oh, and I must also emphasise, this is a Euro 6 diesel engine, so don't worry about ULEZ or the expansion of the ULEZ zone. This is a very clean diesel engine, and if it was registered before the 1st of April 2017, I'm not unsure when this one was registered, it would only be £20 or £30 road tax, to give you an idea of how clean this engine is. Okay, so this has an i-stop system, so if you're in traffic, you take the car out of gear, you've got your foot on the brake, providing the car's battery's not not at full charge, the engine's not cold or too hot, and you don't have too many things on like the air conditioning, etc., the car will turn itself off. So the engine will turn itself off and then restart as you go to pull away. Music, you've got FM, AM, and what I think is essential these days, DAB. With DAB radio, there's something for everyone. You can listen to your favourite channel all round the UK. I was always so disappointed when I did trips out of London and I couldn't listen to LBC because I seem to be hooked on that channel. But you've got something for everyone, and if you're a sports fan, you can listen to Talk Sport, you know, without the AM crackle. So that's marvellous. I know a lot of FM channels that are actually switching off, and going straight, you know, exclusively to DAB. Communication. So once your phone's connected via the Bluetooth, you can also stream any music from your phone without the CarPlay function. You know, you can play off Spotify, etc. If you've got an Android, it will read your text messages to you. And then you've got access to your phone book, receive dial calls, missed calls, etc. Navigation, it's got a very comprehensive sat-nav system. I've never had any complaints, but I have driven these cars through Europe and they've been fantastic. You put your town postcode in and off you go, or I know some countries don't have postcodes. You can whittle it down by town, street name, etc. And when you're en route, if you need to find a place to go, i.e. a fuel station or an eatery or parking, etc., you can search, look at this, around here, and it will give me the fuel stations. You can set up a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot from your phone, so the car connects to the internet, and then it will also come up with fuel prices, and it will give you live traffic updates. So nice comprehensive system, and it doesn't look dated even though this is a 4-year-old car. And then in your settings page here, you've got display settings. You can turn that off if it's distracting you. Safety settings. So the car's got smart city brake support, which is a great function because ultimately it keeps you safe, but it will lower your insurance premium because a lot of accidents happen under 20 miles an hour when this is effective. Basically what it is, if you're in traffic, it's a hot day, you're dozing off a little bit, you get distracted, you're looking out the window here, you get too close to the car in front, there's no driver input, you're not steering, braking, you're just sort of crawling along. The car will apply the brakes if there's an object, a car, person in front of you. So if it avoids that, that's why insurance companies like it. You've got sound settings, it's got a fantastic sound system. Don't be put off that this doesn't have the Bose system. All stereos are fantastic these days, I would say, certainly in the Mazda range and in a lot of other cars. So I wouldn't let that put you off. And clock settings, your clock's GPS sync, so you never have to relearn how to set the clock. So I always used to struggle with that. And then you've got some nice convenient settings here. For example, you can have coming home lights. So once you've locked the car, the lights stay on for 30 seconds, just so you can get, you know, to the door. When you open the car, as you're leaving home, the lights will stay on until you get to the car. Your auto headlight sensitivity there. So lots of nice little things that you often take for granted or don't know the car actually has. So you've got your Bluetooth network management, say reference the Wi-Fi hotspot, and if you want to change the language, if you speak other languages or you want to learn other languages, you can always do what my colleagues do and change the language. So when I do these videos, I stumble and have to sort of work my way through to change them back to English. Right, so I don't want to go on too long. We're now almost 14 minutes into the video. If there's any more specific photographs or videos you'd like us to send, please don't hesitate to ask. Obviously, any questions of the vehicle, don't hesitate to ask. Part exchange is extremely welcome, and we don't just sell Mazdas and Suzukis. We will retail good retailable part exchanges, providing they meet our standards. So if you don't have a Mazda or Suzuki, don't think, oh, I won't get the best price. Do try us, obviously do your research, make sure you feel you're being treated fairly. We are here to help, so nothing's nothing's too much. Do contact us. You can reach us through a live chat, email, phone. Even if you phone us out of hours, leave a message. You'll be surprised, you may get a phone call back after hours. Obviously do let us know if you want us to do that or not, and you'll be surprised. We appreciate the fact a lot of people are looking for cars outside normal working hours. I certainly would be myself. I don't have time at work. The car will come with a 12-month Mazda ZZ plus approved used car warranty. So that has roadside assistance and MOT insurance for the first year. So that is Mazda's correct branded warranty. Warranties get a bad name for themselves. This is a very, very comprehensive warranty. And the car's been through our workshop, so anything that required doing has already been done. I think I've covered everything. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.